Welcome to SC Logic Tech Tips. Our goal with these series of videos is to introduce you to quick solutions to common problems that pop up within Intra. My name is Sam, and today we're going to be talking about how to sync handhelds. Without further ado, we're going to go down into handheld mode and start off with the CT60. Now this is a CT60, and this is going to be the same throughout all devices. The first thing you're going to want to do, the first step if you're not syncing, go and reboot your device. Now after you've rebooted the device, the next step to make sure that your device will be syncing again is to check if it's connected to the Wi-Fi. You can do that by scrolling from the top, scroll down again and selecting your Wi-Fi. Obviously ours is connected right now because I did it before the video, but if yours won't connect even though it's supposed to be on the Wi-Fi, go down to more settings. You pick out the Wi-Fi that it's supposed to be connected to, and then you hit forget in the bottom left. You scroll back down to the one you used before and you reconnect using your password. I'm not going to show you guys my password. Once you've entered your password, go ahead and hit connect. Sometimes it'll take a second, but it should connect. If the issue wasn't the Wi-Fi, another problem could be the server address being wrong. In order to get to that screen, you go to your configure screen by hitting those top buttons, go to configure, and it'll show your server address here. A lot of times if you have more than one handheld, you can check the server address on a different one and compare and see which one is off. Another issue that'll pop up from time to time would be the handheld's date and time being incorrect. This is an issue with syncing with the server if they're on different dates and times. So what you're going to want to do is go to the top here, hit the device settings, scroll all the way down to the bottom, all the way down, and then date and time is right here. Now, this one is set to British summertime, which is clearly incorrect because we are on the East Coast. So let's scroll up to the top, Eastern Daylight Time. That should be a little more accurate for what we're doing here. Now that is all with the CT60. If you are still experiencing issues after trying all these things, feel free to call our tech support. For our next device, we have an iOS device. Now this is just a small little iPod, but it should be same throughout all the iOS devices. Once again, the first thing you're going to want to do is reboot the device. This is not something you want to skip. You got to do it every single time. Now, if the reboot didn't work, something you're going to want to do is check the Wi-Fi, of course. To do that, you scroll up from the bottom on an iOS device. Hold this down on the button. You can disconnect once, see if that helps with your connection. And if that doesn't, you can hold down on this and go to Wi-Fi settings. And then you can disconnect or forget it and reconnect. Not showing you my password. Once you've tested the Wi-Fi, you can go to the configure screen to double check your server address. Excuse me, it is called preference on Apple devices. You're going to want to check your server address right here and make sure it is correct. Still not syncing, you can check the date and time on an Apple device by going to your settings. I've already got it brought up. You're going to scroll down here to General. Click General. Scroll down to Date and Time. Mine's on the correct one, but you could go here and change it. Set it automatically with Location Services, and then find the correct date and time. And if none of this is working, once again, you call us here at Tech Support and we'll figure it out for you. And now we have an MC55. Now once again, anytime you start to have any issue, the first thing you want to do is reboot it. So there's a button down here at the bottom left. Hold that bad boy down and it will reboot. Now another thing that might be happening with your MC55 is the connections are not correct. So sometimes that can be an issue with the connections at the bottom or the pins in your cradle. Another thing you can do to check real quick, test, is make sure this connection in the back is good, and then make sure the USB connection to your computer is good. Once they all are, it should be lighting up. Another setting that could be throwing off your MC55 would be called Advanced Network Functionality, and you want to make sure that is turned off. In order to access that, you will be going here, up to Settings from the Windows key. You're going to go to Connections. There's a USB to PC here in the center. and you want to make sure that this box is off, actually. So that could be causing your connection issues. And hopefully that'll help you sync. And lastly, with an MC55, you're going to want to ensure when you cradle it to connect it back with your computer that you have Windows Mobile Device Center up and running on your computer. Otherwise it won't be able to connect correctly. Something important to note about the MC55 is that their days are officially over. They were a lovely little device, but as of September 2022, they will have officially reached their end of service life. It is already hard enough to find parts, batteries, anything that goes wrong with it. It's hard to fix, but the software is officially losing support as of next month. So please, if you have one, reach out to us and we will get you on a newer device, something we can support, something that we can fix, something you'll probably be a little happier with. That is going to be everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully your handhelds are syncing at this point. If not, feel free to reach out to us at tech support and we can get them up and running for you. Thank you.